Computer. Okay, welcome to May 9th 5-Acre Fitness team call. I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay. So today we're going to talk a little bit about leadership and what it means to be a leader. Obviously, I'm just going to mute you guys if that's okay. Sounds like running water. Okay, so leadership, what is it? So we're going to go over a few things in leadership that I kind of found today that I thought would be very helpful. There are a few things to talk about this evening, just a little bit about, you know, what we do as coaches and team leaders as well. It all kind of falls into the same place of being a leader. No matter if you have a big team under you or if you don't, you're still leading people, you're still leading your challengers, and you want to be that leader that they can rely on and that they're going to learn from. So I'm not going to go through that because we're going to go through that in detail here. So I'm just going to move this down quickly. Okay, so you have a vision, a big vision. You have to start now and not later. So many people are, you know, they wait for the perfect time to start coaching. They wait for, you know, that perfect moment that they're going to, you know, make that final jump because, you know, they're scared to start. But you have to start before you're ready. So even if you're a new coach, you need to like start talking about your new and upcoming challenge group even before you even have people to put in it. You can, you know, say I'm going to have a challenge group, you know, this day, and this day, and you have to, you know, start talking about it, start getting people like interested in it, and you know, people will jump. They will do that, but you have to jump out of that comfort zone right away in order to be successful, because the more you hold back, the longer it's going to take for your business to grow. You know, reach out to people when you are nervous. Someday is always going to hold you back. You don't want to say someday, you want to say today. It is the people who jump feet first, a work in progress, who share their story while being consistent, that reach a level of success. So you always want to talk, no matter if you're at your goal or not, you're working through your goal. You want to talk about where you are in your journey, and you want to talk about everything that is you know, going on with you. Like, you want to be able to relate to people. So even if you're not where you want to be in your business or in your fitness journey, you still want to share what you're doing so that people can relate to you. Are you just starting? Are you halfway there to your goals? Where are you that people can relate? So you have to take that leap, and you have to start talking about your why, your story, and where you are in your journey today. So you have to, you know, change, and through action, you know, you do not have to see the full staircase. You just have to see the first step. Sorry, I just got to turn my phone off here. You don't have to see the full staircase. You just have to see the full step. So you have to just take that first step into your coaching business and to show everyone else that you're being a leader. So, you know, the more you sit at the bottom and wait for the perfect time to like jump and like make those goals happen, the longer it's going to take to get to the top, the longer it's going to take for your business to build, the longer it's going to take for challengers to join you, and the longer it's going to take for coaches to join your team. You really have to, you know, step out of your comfort zone right away. And the only way to do that is through action. So that's, you know, acting on things, that's taking that step, that's talking about what you're doing. You know, everything I kind of talked about in the last slide. So be optimistic and expect a success. So when I started with this, I went into this business knowing what was possible for success. And I knew right away if I wanted it, I could have it. And I think that it was because of all the team calls and because of our team and because of our, you know, Crush It Fitness and our leaders and Miguel, and watching all of those people like from Smart Ass Fitness down, and seeing how so many coaches were being successful and starting from a place where we are all at, or we're at, you know, they've created a life that they, you know, that everyone would be like a life of luxury and living your life by your own design. And you know, it's possible. And so many people in coaching think, oh, it might happen. You know, I might get there, but you can't think like that. You have to think it will happen. This is going to happen for me. And you have to think about the future, and you have to think about it in a way that you want it to be. So you know, a lot of people work a lot harder. A lot of people, you know, have bigger goals than others, and that's totally fine. But doubting yourself and not really believing that it's going to happen isn't going to benefit you at all. So you definitely want to, you know, prepare for success. Don't just expect it or think it might happen. Prepare for it and believe it's going to happen. It might take a little bit longer. It might take a little bit shorter. It doesn't matter however long it takes. What matters is you are going to get there, and you know that's going to happen. Oh, my slide is very blurry. So you want to welcome your problems, and failure isn't fatal. So many people, you know, they worry about what people are going to say back to them, and the no's, and then the challengers that, you know, fall off track and that you can't keep, you know, on the right track, and maybe they fell off, or maybe they did this, or maybe they did that, and they're not following through, or they went inactive and they're canceled their shakes, or they quit, or whatever. It doesn't mean you're being a failure as a coach. It just means that, you know, people are not ready. It's not for them. They're not there yet. And you can't take those hits as something that's wrong with you and what you're doing in your business. You know, it's a stepping stone to make you stronger. It's a stepping stone for you to learn, you know, what you can do better in order to serve those people better. And you just have to, you know, just welcome those problems, welcome them in so that you can really relate to them, and that so you can, you know, reevaluate things that you've done in the past. And when people say, no, not right now, or I'm not interested, you know, don't worry about that. Don't let that bother you. Don't let that hurt your ego. Don't let that hurt how you feel as a coach, because it has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with them. So I liked this, but it's so blurry. My goodness. Can't really read that. It wasn't blurry on my little screen, I swear. Okay, so leader behavior is crucial. So as a leader, you know, we'll start over in the purple. Leaders inspire, and, you know, they create a sense of success, and they're inspiring through, you know, you want to lead with inspiring ways of life. So you want to inspire people. You want people to want to follow you. You want people to look at you as a leader, you know, in order for those things. A leader also achieves things and gets things done. So maybe that would be achieving your health and fitness goals. Maybe that would be achieving a certain place in your business that you were happy to achieve. Any sort of achievement is, you know, is a leadership role. Leaders think broadly and strategically, and you know, they're always learning, and they're facing themselves with challenges, and they're coming out on top. So no matter what, you know, what is going on around them, they are constantly learning from it, and they're constantly evolving from it. Leaders involve others by building strong relationships and maximizing the potential of others in their organization. So that would mean, you know, starting those new conversations, and you know, talking to people about the, you know, your challenge groups and the business opportunity, and like having those conversations. You want to, you know, always be having conversations and always involve people in you know, what could be available for them. And really not talking to people about it isn't benefiting them at all, because really it could change their life. And you need to just think about that in the most positive way as possible. Instead of worrying about bothering people, you need to think about it as you'd be helping them, not bothering them. I wanted to share this picture because it was just a really great night. So that's me with some of the Crush It Fitness crew. And, you know, you want to care about your people. So no matter, you know, if you have a team, or if you have just one challenger, or maybe you have a lot of challengers, you want to make sure that you're taking care of them. And you want to be there for them. You want to be able to answer their questions. You want to be checking in with them. You want to be, you know, checking in with them monthly, making sure they don't need anything, making sure they're getting their discounts. You want to make sure that you're doing everything for them in order for them to be happy and feel supported and feel like, you know, they're not being like ripped off in any sort of way. And obviously that gets a little bit harder the more people you get, but you just have to come up with a really good system, and it works out very, very well. So you want to be thoughtful with your invites. And you want to be caring through your conversations. So when people reach out to you, you definitely want to be caring when you're, when you're engaging with them, and you want them to know that you are a real person and that you care, and you have, you can relate on different levels. And you want to be honest in your posts. You want people to know that you're, just as real as they are, and that they can relate to you. And being honest is a big part of that. So you also want to put time into your team and your coaches. So if you don't have a team yet, you definitely want to try and start to build your own. And you want to put time into your coaches and lead by example, and hopefully you'll create the same duplicate systems that you've created for them. Okay, so always evaluating yourself. So lots of times you can like do something or make up a post, and then you'll go back and be like, oh my gosh, only like 5 people like that. And then you'll be, thinking about, what did I do? What did I come off weird? Like, why aren't people liking that? And then because like maybe the couple days before you did one that was pretty familiar, pretty close to the same as that one, and maybe got a whole bunch of likes. So you need to like reevaluate what you're doing differently. When are you posting it? When are most of the people that you're friends with on Facebook? Probably at early in the morning or late at night when their kids are in bed. So you need to think about that kind of stuff. Do your postings like a sales pitch? You don't want to come off salesy. Do you have a balance between life and Beachbody? People, when they go and look at your Facebook page, are you showing a normal life? Like, are you sharing who you are as a person, as well as how Beachbody is a part of your life? Do you know the real you? So if you were an outsider looking in, and would people know who you were? Would they know that you were, a mom, and that you struggled with your weight in the past, and that you've overcome that, and now you're sharing healthy recipes and helping other people? Would they know that if they looked? You want to make sure that you're sharing those things with people, and you want to make sure that you're constantly sharing those things with people, because you're always having a new audience. You should be building your audience. So you're always having to redo it and redo it and redo it, just so that the new people that are coming in and watching and learning from you are, they're seeing the same thing over. You can't just do your why once and then not do it ever again, because all those new people that are coming into your network and watching you are, they need to see it. They need to see who you are. So you need to constantly be repeating that. Mouth is getting dry. Okay, always learn. You can literally find the answer to everything with the touch of a button. So you need to go through the training. So if you haven't gone through the training, you definitely need to go through some of the training videos. I'm not saying you have to go through them all. You definitely need to look at the ones that are going to benefit you the most. And if you're struggling with anything, there is a video for everything on YouTube, from me, just ask. There's something that's going to explain it properly. Even like how to hit Success Club. Like, there's videos for that. How to become an emerald, there's videos for that. How to become diamond, there's videos for everything, and it walks people through everything. And I watched so many YouTube videos when I started coaching, because I wanted to learn everything that I possibly could. So the key to start achieving success is running your own challenge group. So I mean, if you guys aren't doing that yet, I think that that's a huge thing for you to think about starting to do. That is when my business really took off, was when I started my own challenge group, and I spidered away, I spidered away from my coaches group, because I was the one in charge. I was the one running that group. That group was based on me. It was who I was, and it was attracting the people who wanted me as their coach in there. And I wasn't adding people into my coaches group that they were running. I was running it, right? So I think that if you are not doing your own challenge group yet, it's something you really need to think about doing. And even if you wanted to team up with another coach on the team that doesn't have very many people, that's even a great option, because then you're not all by yourself, but like you could run it with, that's what I did at first. I ran it with another coach, and I did the morning post and she did the evening post, and it worked really well. And together we had a lot of people in there, and it was really busy. And if you're worried about the your challenge group being really slow, you can ask us to come in there. And I mean, lots of us probably won't mind posting our workouts and stuff in your group just to keep the news feed going and to keep it entertaining at first until you start building more people in there. So I think that's a really important step, is to really think about, starting your own challenge group and start advertising for it. And like Bikini Boot Camp or something, it's a perfect opportunity to do something like that. Be excited, give back to the community. So obviously when you're, hanging out with people, you want to make sure that you're talking positively about your business and what you're doing, because, from my experience, I used to be really shy to talk about it. And I think it was because it was so different and people didn't really understand what it was that I did. And I don't have very many supportive people in my life, who ask a lot of questions about it. So I was constantly I just didn't really talk about it. And I still don't really offer the information unless people want to ask me about it, because there's just certain people that aren't ever gonna budge, right? There's just certain people in your life that just won't. But when you're talking about it, you definitely want to talk about it with enthusiasm and just prove to people that, you are excited and that you are confident about what you're doing, and what their opinion can't change that for you. And once the people get that vibe from you, they back off and they become more interested. It's weird how it works, but it's very true. Okay, so share versus sell. So I think we're all really good at this anyways, but you want to teach people how to live a happy life, right? And you want to be inspiring, and you want to share things that give purpose and give value. So sharing recipes and talking about things that people can really find value in, and just being that person that you are, just adding a little bit of value into everybody's lives. And I know you're all doing amazing with that. But it creates challengers in the short, long run, because they will have been watching you for a long time, and they're going to build that trust with you. So when they're ready or they have a question, they're going to know that they can come to you to ask. Are they having a hard time losing weight? Well, maybe they're going to ask you, what they can do to help themselves. And then maybe that's going to give you an opportunity to help them. So you have to make sure that you're giving lots of value. So I'm just going to play this video quickly.
What's up, everybody? It's Coach Caleb from EpicAndReps.com, and today we're talking about legs. That got awkward. Not that kind of leg. Nobody wants to see that. Whether you knew it or not, every Beachbody coach has a business structure with two legs, a left leg and a right leg, or what we call downlines. Now, when you sponsor your first coach into your organization, you have two choices. You can place them on your left leg, or you can place them on your right leg. Simple. Without spending too much time talking about your coach placement strategy, as you continue to sponsor more coaches, the most common technique is to avoid placing any of your new coaches on your inside legs, and instead place them on the far outside positions of your downlines. If you don't use this strategy, you run the risk of taking away strength of your organization, and you could run into issues down the road. Okay, so now we have our left leg and our right leg, but which one is the strong one and which one's the weak one? The simplest way to understand this is to remember that one of your legs falls directly in line with one of your upline coach's legs. Check this out. When you're looking at your business, the leg that you share with your sponsor coach is your strong leg. When your upline coach sponsors a new coach into that downline, it also falls into your shared downline, thus making it stronger. On the other hand, your weak leg is the downline in your direct business that doesn't get any trickle-down coaches from your upline. Another way to put it is you are completely responsible for building your weak leg. Well, Caleb, couldn't you just tell us that the left leg is your strong leg and the right leg is your weak leg? Nope. Your strong and weak leg couldn't be different from another coach's strong and weak leg. It all has to do with where you specifically are placed underneath your sponsor coach. Okay, so this video was a lot to digest. I know. But hang in there. I think in time it'll all start to make sense.
Okay, guys, I just wanted to share that because I know lots of you are confused by that part, and hopefully that explained it. So the important part of all of that is, so, when you are looking at your, when you are adding business builders, and I'm adding business builders, they're all going to fall under you or discount coaches or whatever they may be, you're going to have that strong leg. And that's from all of us adding discount members and coaches. So what you have to do is you really have to focus on finding some people that also want to join the team, that want to build the business as well, so that you can add them to your weak leg and balance them out a little bit, so that that's going to create a long-term residual income eventually. Because, you know, it works as a team effort. So we have a team volume, and we can get more into that later because it's a huge topic to cover tonight. And I don't want to get too into it and confuse everybody. But the most important thing is you definitely, you know, you want to be talking to people about the business opportunity as well as being challengers, you know, and the best coaches do come from challengers whose lives have changed from the program. So, you know, starting, obviously you want to get challengers and then kind of go from there. So that's all I'm going to have to say right now. I didn't have a whole lot of slides, but do you guys want to unmute yourselves and have anything to talk about? Anything at all? Tara, did you just sell a challenge pack? Oh. Oh, Melissa.
No. I wish.
Melissa's a business starter.
Yeah, I got the email today.
So exciting.
Way to go, Melissa.
So
are you on here, Melissa? Yeah, she is.
She's just blacked out.
There she is. She's
hiding. She's hiding behind the black screen. What was I gonna say? Yes. So business starter is Emerald rank, I believe, but she must and hitting Success Club 5. So Melissa did that. Yeah. Melissa got Emerald and then hit Success Club last month. So Success Club is selling 3 challenge packs. Is Success Club 5, right? So yeah, does anyone have, there's not very many of us on here tonight, is there? So I'm going to stop the recording.